And we're back with another episode with Solutions with Soul. And we got our favorite guest, Ray, Dr. Ray Doctor. And, with the climate of what's going on in society today, with the things going on in LA, when you see this, the LA riots are going on right now.
And happy protests.
And happy protests. Oh, yeah, I should say that too. There are people who are really wanting things to move in a positive way, but the way that they pump it in the news and the media, what this is about is being able to stay calm in the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And being solid in yourself and in your life so that outside things don't start to impact you internally. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. So go ahead, Ray. Why don't you give them a little taste of what's going on here?
Well, I'll give you an example. I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but it's when, say, Chris Rock hit Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great way to open this up.
Yeah, okay? That's good. That's a good one.
Wasn't it interesting that many people had a different response to that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So some people said that like you don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
That was animalistic. I couldn't believe he did that.
Yeah.
Someone talked that way about my wife.
Yeah.
I mean, mixed messages too. Even like he must have been going through a lot of stuff to lose his shit.
Yeah. Over a comedian. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but everyone had a different reaction.
100%.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah. 100%.
Everyone had a different reaction to that.
Yeah.
And if you were to go inward to like what that meant to you, yeah. Many things could have come up. And I know we did a conversation about personal responsibility.
Yeah.
That I work with clients and sometimes they'll bring up stuff that's happening on the planet.
Yeah.
What's happening in politics. And we always bring it back to the self.
Yeah.
So as an example, if a person has a lot of fear around control or safety,
yeah,
this has got to be the worst time for them
right now. Like especially if they're listening to the news and media.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And yet they're now addicted to it because now the nervous system is like wanting or to be validated, validate their fear.
Yes, 100%.
Which is something I have written here, like overconsumption of media or input.
Yeah.
Nervous system overload or frantic response. This is common things that kind of happen.
Yeah.
Where if you're not a match.
Yeah.
To what information shared with you, you could somewhat be in the eye of the hurricane.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah. You're not on the same frequency as all that tumultuous information that's coming in.
So like when I write or share information that it's not like I'm trying to be a referee.
Yeah.
However, like a referee, I do get hit.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And I know 100%.
Or purposefully.
I know 100% it's never about me because not one of those people who that happens with is a personal friend.
Yeah.
They're just creating some story but they're seeing themselves. So I'm going to break this down. Okay. Remember, imagine me being that person who's reactive, and it's God, like I can't pay my bills, I don't know what's going to happen to my livelihood, to that all of a sudden you see on Facebook or somewhere else, they're cutting back money from here, this spending,
validating that.
Yeah. The devil's doing this. Oh my God. And then that you start matching that frequency, and then you see a post that supports the cutting of that money, but you've been taught the narrative that that's going to come from you.
Yeah.
But personally, you have financial stress.
Yeah.
And therefore, you get caught up in that echo chamber.
It compounds.
Yeah. And that's why you'll experience people leading emotionally, because literally it's like they're in fight or flight mode.
Yeah. 100%.
And until you're able to bypass that reptilian brain, the limbic system, and have the person be able to be calm.
Yeah.
They just think you're disagreeing with them.
Yeah. 100%.
Even that's why I've got people learn that. That's why even with your facts.
Yeah.
It somehow it's being bypassed by a person's overstimulated nervous system.
Yes, it is. And that's amazing to me that I don't know how long it is. Do you think that this is a newer thing that's been going on where I feel like ever since we started really getting into trauma and how trauma affects everybody and how it affects the way you think and the way you operate. And as I got older, it's like, that's been kind of like the direction that life has gone, how you got to fix all your traumatic stuff that's going on. And I feel like it's been directing like some of this fear-based living.
Yeah, well, I have something written down here, and I'm going to answer that question.
Okay, cool.
So these are 5 common problems that show up in the storm.
Yeah.
Overconsumption of media or input.
Yeah.
Nervous system overload, frozen or frantic response.
Yeah.
Reactive relationships, picking fights, shutting down, or caretaking others from anxiety.
Yeah.
Spiritual bypassing. Everything's happening for a reason, as a way to avoid hard emotions.
Yeah.
Emotional collapse or hyper independence, either helplessness or I'll do it alone mode.
Ooh.
And last, and forgetting the body entirely, living from the neck up, no breath, no pause, no ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you asked me a question about, has this been around? What was it exactly?
Yeah, like the going by these feelings and because of trauma, and you have to validate all these feelings all the time.
You know, it's interesting about this, because I share this with my girlfriend as well, because you are in the coaching world, and because you are immersed in a spiritual community, if you even want to call it that anymore. Keep in mind that your algorithms on Facebook and everywhere else puts you automatically by default in your own echo chamber. So the conversations in which you see, you might think this is your world. So when people,
interesting.
Yeah. So when people go on a vacation, such as even a social media vacation, what happens is that their mind gets quiet.
Very resets,
quickly. It resets, because it's like what the difference between now and 20, 30 years ago, when we didn't have, I want to make sure I'm giving the dates right, but it's like say 30 years ago, is that it wasn't always in your face.
Yes.
Like, I mean, you could basically, people are watching the news while taking a shit.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
you're getting the shit while taking a shit. Right? It's shitty all around.
So even like, say, I don't remember kids, say, committing suicide. There's a high rate of suicide. Well, 30 years ago, if the like after 3 o'clock when you went home, and when you were with your loving parents, it stopped.
It stopped. Yeah.
If you have an Instagram account, and then you read what they said, oh, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Then you're getting bullied again.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it's by like what interests us.
Yeah.
And of course, because we're consumers. Yeah. Whether it's of merchandise or information. Yeah. That the way these systems are set up is that it gives us what we seem to be interested in. Yes. Even if it's chaos.
Yes, 100%.
And then it shows that we know people on the West Coast. Yeah. Like for me, that was something like even I shared with Nicole. I said, are you aware that coaching is not that really big in the Midwest still?
Yeah, it's not.
I go, are you aware that I said, are you aware that a lot of things that we talk about is not really, say, common on even in the East Coast or other areas? That because we've lived in California, you lived in the Bay, to like this, from Santa Cruz to Oregon, like it's kind of like its own bubble.
It is.
So
it is.
People might think that this is how the world is.
Yeah, and it's
the
not.
World is.
Yeah, it's not at all.
No.
Yeah, and I even said that even coming from the Midwest, when we came here, we're like, holy smokes, look at all this spiritual stuff going on around here. Because it's not. There's maybe a little pocket, like this one little center in all of Minneapolis, which is like 4 million people in the metro, and there's like maybe a pocket of people. And so that's
you're
crazy.
a part of it, by the way. This is the most extreme.
There's wild.
Like, so even in Santa Monica, we're in Ashland right now.
Yeah.
This is a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even this way in Santa Monica. That was the other thing.
Wow.
Is that this is a projection. So when I lived in Santa Monica, which is a big city, that the people who I thought was spiritual, and did the same things I did, they also had jobs, because the cost of living there is pretty
pretty
high.
expensive. Yeah,
yeah. So there was some part of them had to be grounded to earth.
Yeah.
And they weren't really necessarily supported by good health care or the government.
Yeah.
I move up here.
Yeah.
And I'm having good conversations, but I'm noticing, oh, you really don't like to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, oh, you share about your feelings, but this is what you said 6 months ago. You don't take personal responsibility.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah. So I started noticing, oh, like I had to learn about the culture where there was a lot of processing.
And of processing.
But not progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some people hear it's like, oh, you're judging me. No. It's like more matter of fact.
Yeah, get out of here and then you'll see what we're talking about.
But I'm sharing this more of where even I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. So like but just imagine if I believe that this is the only reality.
Yeah.
This is the truth.
Yeah.
And so when we find ourselves like stressed out, and we're not dealing with the relationship with our spouse or the tension with our kids, and then also we're matching that frequency. I mean that we have a lower dense energy that it's not like we're going to be subjected to beautiful, like heavenly things. We're not going to smell the flowers. We're going to gravitate to things that are matching the inner negativity.
100%.
The inner negativity.
Yeah.
And so that's why like it's so important for us to, like I wrote down here, is you don't calm the storm, you calm yourself.
Yes.
You don't calm the storm, you calm yourself.
Yeah.
Start with that. And that's what it means too. If someone were to say, you just need to love yourself more. I mean, most people, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, what do you mean love myself more?
It's like, but it's more when you arrive to that place of like, there I am.
Yeah.
There's the real me.
Yeah.
You can then step back for a moment and see the story out there.
Yeah.
That is I think one of the biggest reasons I'm able to communicate on video and write in that way is because I do have my morning rituals, which is one of the most important things for both my girlfriend and I, and most people. It's what I do. Someone asked me last week because I put out a music video.
Oh, yeah,
I did. So the music was recorded.
You guys dancing. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So I wrote the music 2 years ago, but I didn't complete that project. But the music took a lot longer, and it was a moment in my life where I was able to record that like within a month's time, and I outsourced it.
Yeah.
I had someone else do it. I kind of gave some direction, but a big part was his ability to do that, which was awesome. Yeah. But to her, she asked me, she said, how is it that you get so much done being a parent and whatever else? And it's that I have my morning rituals.
Yeah.
I have what I call the high dollar things I do in my life and the low dollars. Yeah. High dollars doesn't mean being paid by a client.
Yeah.
It could be playing my guitar.
Yeah.
It could be you've got to make sure you're doing things in your life no matter what is happening out there.
Yeah.
Or that you are responsible for. You have to have a balance of high dollar things. It's either you love
replenishes you kind of like deal or.
Well, here's an example.
Yeah.
Like we're doing this out of because I like being around you and talking to you.
Yeah.
This is a high dollar. Yeah. So this is a high dollar thing to me.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah. So if I'm feeling this good, if I'm vibrating this way, that remember the ripple effect doesn't stay here. It's attracting connections in where I'm moving next.
Yeah,
because the universe is not like echoing back, oh, we're going to put all that you are and what you want on a layaway plan until you get your ducks in place and get your shit together. Yeah. And then we'll give it to you. It's going to say, we're going to work with you moment by moment.
Moment by moment. In the forever now. Right?
Yeah. So if I want to be on ABC, which I see myself doing more media, then start that now when I'm here.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you started it with me. That's pretty awesome.
Just remember me.
Yeah, when you get there.
But what's interesting, I'm not going to say her name, is that I did attract someone about a month and a half ago, is probably one of the biggest voices in the United States.
Oh, I will not
look
say,
at that.
I will
That's
not
amazing.
say
people are like, who's that?
I know. Look up.
Okay, so that was an example. People say, how did you attract that? Like, and she told me, she said, I came across one of your videos. I'm like, really? Yeah. It's not like my stuff is viral out there, particularly to reach her.
Yeah,
so
that's amazing.
There was some alignment.
100%. I love that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I won't tell you guys. I got that solidarity.
So now that I broke confidence, anyway, just kidding that. So it's really about being in that space, and it starts with the morning rituals.
Yeah.
And I share with that friend who asked me that is that it's also having strong boundaries.
Yeah.
So if I'm stressed out, like I shared with you in the other video of my tension in my back.
Yeah.
In that wasn't a very productive week.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It was because I was making other people's stuff that they're going through my business.
Yeah.
I can't offer suggestions that they ask, but I also have to keep my energy clean.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
But if I kept taking that on, plus I go out there and I'm answering people who are trolling me.
Yeah.
Rather
it's
than
just compounding again.
Yeah. While and I lose my focus on things that make me feel good.
Yeah.
I can get caught up in the storm. I can become of the world, not in it.
I'm so glad you're saying this.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're saying this because it's something that I've been working through recently too, is being able to separate myself, but still have empathy for people, but not, like you said, be of the world, but not in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's something like when you were talking about, you don't calm the storm, you calm yourself. When I stepped out of, in my past, I did a lot of criminal activity. I was in and out all the time, losing family. And one day I'll share the whole story. But one of the things I had to do is I had to quit looking outside what was going on there, and I had to come within. And that's what happened is I had empathy, love, compassion for myself. And then I was able to have compassion for what was going on in the world. And so that shit hits right on point.
Well, I don't know. I always sometimes I have so many stories, but I don't know why I'm going there. This is empathy. This is how I was able to feel it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
This is when Max showed up in my life.
Yeah.
He was 5.5 months old. Now keep in mind that I've never shared this on camera. Who knows what the hell's going to come my way? But this is also me being transparent because other people are afraid to talk about these things.
Yeah.
And so the woman I was with was separated.
Yeah.
And when she was separated, she got pregnant by me. I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
And she went back to the husband. And they were having this baby as if it were going to be their own.
Oh, wow.
Fast forward, by the way, I have the most magical relationship with Max's mother and we're like family.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's great. I mean, she's really thriving.
Yeah.
But at that time, when she left, it was because he became violent. He kicked her while holding my son, I guess. She got a 3-year restraining order on him so she can get her.
That was a serious one. Yeah.
I helped her with that. I helped her. I guided her to what to say in court and so forth. But what happened is that he also called the board of psychology on me and said that my son's mother was my patient.
Oh, wow. And was really trying to get you shut down.
Oh, yeah. And the board of psychology even looked at my website and they said there's certain words I needed to change because I was actually working as a coach. I wasn't working as a psychologist anyway.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter, but they wanted to make sure that I was practicing or that everything that was clear in my language, what I was doing. So nothing was misleading.
Yeah.
The point is that I hired someone to also look at my social media accounts to somewhat block things that are coming my way because I didn't know where this guy was coming from.
Yeah.
And I remember feeling like I was in fear.
Yeah.
And then I did some inner work. Went to a retreat and I remember being in his shoes. Ooh. What would it be like for this is what came up that I was trying to get my wife pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was trying to. He was.
Yeah.
He couldn't. When he's shooting blanks. I don't know. I mean, I really went to that deep compassion, he's coming at me.
Yeah.
And even though he was, by the way, I had a conversation with him this is the other thing. I don't know if to put it out there. When she had Max, there was still some uncertainty.
Yeah.
And meaning that it wasn't 100%. But it sure was 100% when he was 2 months old and had my features.
Yeah, you're like, that's me.
But I was wrong. He was I spoke to him on the phone. He was nice. He was collective. I didn't know that he was like literally a psychopath.
Yeah.
But he said he took the DNA test, and and so 2 weeks after that, he said it was his still. He lied.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't check.
Wow.
I didn't think a human being would do that.
Yeah.
I was very naive because not how I would.
Yeah,
I would never do it.
Operate that way.
Yeah. So it wasn't part of my consciousness.
Yeah.
So he kept kind of coming at me, sending me emails, kind of. Yeah. But when I, blocking him physically, like with the internet, wasn't going to help because I was like experiencing him psychologically,
energetically. You're still connected.
But the moment I went into compassion of regardless of what happened, regardless, I'm trying to prove my case or me being right, because I didn't know. I didn't know they were separated and that this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's so wild.
Yeah. So the only thing I'm responsible for is not pulling out.
Yeah, I know, man. Now you really can't pull out. He's here.
Well, there's another story that had to do with that. I was under the impression that there was birth control involved, but that was something that wasn't shared with me. But again, fast forward, we get along really well. I mean, the mother and I were really close.
Yeah.
So, but when I went to that compassion, I just went, God, that must have hurt him.
Yeah, a lot.
And when I felt that hurt, it disintegrated the whole energetic tie.
That's beautiful.
That forgiveness, just that compassion. I didn't feel it anymore.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I have no idea I was going to share this, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's good because I think it fits real good because there was a storm brewing. Mm-hmm. And you were actually caught up in the storm for a little bit. And then when you came to yourself, right, and you felt the compassion and all that, that's when it dissipated.
Oh, yeah.
And this is esoteric, but it's actually very, it actually viably did that, energetically did that, physically did that for you.
Yeah. It was like, it was done after that.
That was wild.
What's interesting is that it does create, an energetic frequency also to that. That's when all that stuff stopped also.
Yeah, that's awesome.
People try to stop things with just like their words or just their own brute force.
Yeah.
But you gotta get there in spirit.
Yeah. It's everything starts with energy first, right?
Yeah.
And then it comes to the material world. So if you can get it at the energetic level, then it's going to be a lot easier to flow.
Since I always read from my thing.
Oh yeah, please do.
And we talk about it from
you're academic,
What's funny is that on one of my TikTok videos, someone said something about like none of us having credentials or anything else.
Yeah.
And just randomly just projecting that onto us. And I'm only bringing that up because it doesn't even matter if you're studied, people are going to say whatever.
They are going to say whatever.
Yeah.
Just like you were saying, man, not to bring up some old stuff, but just like in the conversation where you and I were in when I put some funny stuff on Facebook. And then what really got me though is this person really went at you like you were like you were just some random Joe Schmo off the street that didn't know nothing, trying to say something. And I'm like, man, she's really taking it there and then spouting off all of her credentials and the people that she knows. And then come to find out, you're a doctor, you know what I mean? You're a psychology, you have 30 years of experience in all this stuff, but she just went in like you were coming out of left field with the information you were bringing in. And to be honest with you, the way that you handled that, I was very impressed. Because you didn't even say nothing to her. You didn't prove yourself. You didn't be like, here's all my degrees and here's all you didn't say none of that. You were just like, you know what? You're not ready.
Well, if you remember the one thing I said, and it took her in a different direction, it was, what is your relationship with feedback?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
So when if a person, and then instead of owning that, she went into reaction again. So all this has to do that I can't handle feedback, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, she's in her own. I got out of that storm. That little question kind of showed me where she was and her nervous system.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
So here is immature masculine way to maybe like to handle things in a stressful way, to be in, say, the actual hurricane, that is, tries to control everything externally, suppresses emotions, becomes rigid or angry, doesn't allow vulnerability, seeks certainty instead. And I've definitely been all those things. Immature feminine, feels everything but has no container for it, spirals in fear, seeks safety from others, disappears into fantasy or drama. We're not talking about anyone here, are we?
No. No.
And that is the masculine and feminine, both men and women. So we're not, this is not tied to gender roles.
No, not at all.
So it's what's interesting is that don't you notice there's a more propensity where we live, because there's more feminine men and women to handle it in the immature feminine?
Yes, 100%. And they actually celebrate how there's so much more. It's feminine everything. The way you heal is feminine. The things that we celebrate is feminine. It's all feminine. And I actually talked to one of my good friends about it, and he's like, "Oh, it's just the way that the medicine is." I'm like, "Come on, there's got to be balance, in my mind."
So I agree to that from the perspective that in the feminine is where we actually grow. There's change and there's creation. Yes,
yeah,
I agree 100%. But we are physically here. And we do need to take responsibility, which is in the masculine. So imagine me doing some plant medicine, and where I see the relationship that's unhealed with my mother or father. And I get this big download of like, oh, like I put these expectations on them they didn't like really love me. They didn't make me feel safe and so forth. And that's like, it's very revealing for me. Maybe it's the first time I really see the connection to why it is I'm not intimate with my wife or children. By the way, I'm just making the story up. It's not me.
And it's very good. I like, honestly.
Okay. But then I share with you and other people, this is what I got. This is what I got. But I still, when you ask me, do you talk to your mom or dad? I'm like, they're assholes.
No, I'm not
gonna
why would I do that?
So I haven't taken responsibility to heal that still. I just saw the influence, but I'm still not leaning into the conflict I still want to avoid, such as either I have to take responsibility to accept them where they are. I need to take responsibility to say what I feel I need to say. Whatever it is. It's so that's what we're talking about. The medicine might open you up to the possibilities. But you as a human being need to make the choice. You still need to decide. You still, that's Bashar's message all the time. It's about, so someone will share an experience. Almost all the time, it's like, what are you going to do about it? Is that what excites you? Is that because for him, he's like, remember in spirituality, with what you might talk about these different energy systems and how we're also connected to spirit, which we are, that remember physical reality is part of spirituality.
100%.
Physical reality.
It's the experience, right?
Yes.
And you know what that sounds like? I'd like to coin this. I just thought about this when you were talking about this. Spiritual edging.
Oh, I like that.
Where you just, you want to see it, but then you don't do nothing about it. You just take it to the edge, but then you don't do nothing. Like spiritual edging.
I'm just thinking, I've just seen somebody like with an edger. He smells like patchouli, and he's just out there just edging, but
not quite mowing it down, right?
That's funny. So anyway, here are 10 perspectives to stay centered, because obviously we talk about maybe the problem, and this might be kind of the solution. I read one of these out already, and that is, you don't calm the storm, you calm yourself. Chaos reveals what's unanchored in you. Stillness isn't passive, it's fierce containment. Feeling fear doesn't mean you're failing. Curate what centers your field: news, voices, energy. The body is the anchor, not the opinion, not the plan. You are allowed to rest even while the world burns. Truth takes time. Don't rush to solve. Stay with what is.
100%.
Stop managing other storms and tend to your own weather. Presence is the new power.
100%.
I'll make sure I give this to you.
Yeah, I need that. I'm actually thinking about having it just list as.
And these are great things to share and go to go to the video and copy and paste and put that in your refrigerator, because it is a balanced way of dealing with challenges.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that whole staying present, and especially within yourself, presence is the power, because you could get so caught up in all these stories, so caught up in what's going on, and the storm. If I stopped listening to the news, and just recently I've been kind of paying attention to what's going on, and my wife looked at me like, what are you doing? I thought you were beyond that. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but it makes me feel different when I start getting engaged too much into what's going on outside in the world.
Oh yeah.
Not that I want to ignore it. I'm not saying that, but then not to get drawn outside of myself while I'm listening to what's going on.
Well, my partner she's been quiet for about a month, and she's having to deal, I feel, it's opinion. I mean, I have my own stuff also, but deal with stuff that I do at the moment. And then she might say, no, like, you have your own stuff.
Yeah.
Like, mine might look a little bit more like positive, such as getting a person to lease my house, or it's in a direction of starting a business. Whereas she's having to do the low dollar stuff that she doesn't want to do, take care of some stuff.
Yeah.
But her nervous system experiences what she sees on social media differently.
Oh, yeah.
That she knows that about herself. Like, she says, you can handle that. And I do have fiery energy. And and then my parents kind of had that also as well. And I grew up with a family that used to debate at the dinner table.
Yeah.
So when I see people come at me, I don't interpret this as a fight.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
I don't at all.
Yeah.
Whereas people who never debated, they've experienced even a question as being aggressive.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Yes.
Inquiry is aggressive.
Yeah. So it's strange. And even I've been talking to my cousin, and it was a week ago. I wonder if I watched this video, and my assumption is that he's not interested in this stuff. We do get along. We do have very similar interests. And I had posted something about relationships. And he's been married to the same woman for over 50 years.
Oh, dang.
He's one of those guys who, like since he was 18, 19.
Yeah, wow.
Okay? And I talked about relationships from more of a spiritual new age to a perspective that he might not relate to or understand. Yeah. But he also doesn't know that my social presence is also how I sometimes generate business.
Yeah.
And so he communicated with me in the back end, actually.
Yeah.
He took responsibility to communicate with me. Yeah. But it felt like he was kind of debating or arguing or something.
Yeah.
And this had happened like 3 times. And he can watch this and he wouldn't be going, oh my God, Ray's mad at me. He wouldn't at all.
Yeah.
I actually said, are you aware that, like, when I share my book or when I share stuff about me, it's not really debatable?
Yeah.
I said, I'm not saying I have all the answers, but this is actually, these people who respond to me have either read my book or I built a relationship with them.
Yeah.
And I says, you and I don't have this relationship. We have family. We talk about different things.
Yeah.
I said, so when you start communicating this way, like online, it could be experienced as trolling, or maybe you don't understand.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know it's also my business.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to come between us, because it happened with my brother.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, brother.
Yeah.
And so, we're not Facebook friends.
Oh, wow.
Because he would always take things out of context. I'm like, dude, like, communicate with me either the back end or unfriend yourself.
Yeah.
And my cousin said, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was it. He didn't go, like, you're mad at me. It was that. And we call each other and said, I love you. And it's like, so I come from a lineage of, like, men where, like, we can be pretty much upfront with each other.
Yeah. And that's good.
We could just kind of say it.
Yeah.
Because we grew up that way. I mean, we grew up with the harshness. We're talking about where my dad, will say, like, you're being an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, these are words where people now would crumble.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's positive, but I'm saying that I do have a spine.
Yeah.
So when I see people really get hurt, really hurt online, or they think I'm mad. I'm like, oh my God. Like, because I've even shared this happened, when I was with my son, and like the person said something to me, and I said, and she didn't understand why I was saying it. I said, are you aware I'm having a good time with my son right now? I could not be communicating this way and have a good time with my son. And no, I'm not like, it's not like I look at my phone, I'm playing with my son. Of course, I got to defend myself to make myself look like a better parent. But no, it's just, I will respond sometimes in moments when I'm taking a leak. Or he's doing something for a moment. Because Nicole's so much better at this. She'll sit down time. She'll organize time to do that. I just can't do that.
That's how my wife is.
Really?
Sure. You'd like to sit down with the kids, you mean?
I mean like sit down to respond. Like she'll wait like a day to 2 days to respond.
Really?
She's so much better than I am.
Wow, yeah, that's hard.
And I gotta get, I don't know if I have to get to that, or I love some of the debating because I haven't had enough fire here. I told her, I said, I might be less active actually when we move. Because I truly am more stimulated by like physical reality. Like I've told you this, and like I've been more stimulated by you than any other man here in Ashland so far.
Thank you.
So like why would I check my phone if I'm hanging out with you? If we're like doing something, like
it doesn't matter. Who cares what's going on?
If we were just hanging out, hiking, or doing something like that, it's like I don't, like, you really know me and I know you, so I wouldn't even think like, oh God, there's got to be something better than this on my phone.
On my phone.
I'm not arguing with a stranger for my limitations.
And it's true because we have great conversations. We're real though. You know what I mean? It's real, and that's what I think. I think that's the attraction of it, because I mean, being here, I feel like, to be honest, there's a lot of feminized men, and I just, and it's hard for me to be like, "What up, bro?" You know what I mean? It's like,
he's got a skull. Oh my God, he's hardcore.
It's crazy. I wanted to touch on something when you were talking about your dad and say, how he talks, and for me, it's wild because I talk pretty wild. People would think I talk really crazy to my kids. And I love my kids, and some of it is like, one of the things I realized, and it's even culturally, right? Like, I don't want my kids to be thrown off because somebody raised their voice.
Oh my God.
Or because somebody said something that they didn't like and now they can't gather themselves together. I want to be loud. Like, I'm loud anyway. I'm not going to quiet myself down and play small, especially for my kids, because there's people that are a lot louder, a lot more aggressive. And when you're in the workforce and you're trying to accomplish something and there's somebody in the way, or you know what I mean? I don't want you to shrink back because of the words they say and the tone that they have. You know what I mean?
I'm going to do what you typically do, and you say, I want you to listen to this. So I want you to listen to this. Now, what if the outcome of that was well-mannered kids? What if the outcome was kids who were considerate? What if the outcome of that was children who can handle rejection in the future? Now, if you're really feminine and you haven't healed your wounds, you probably have already bypassed everything Saul said, and I said right now, because you're saying it still doesn't make me feel good.
It
doesn't make me feel good. And I have a question for you. Did you do that in front of some people here, or it was just out and about in life? You've noticed that they've looked at you and cringed with how you,
the way I am. I think you know what? If I'm completely honest, what I've noticed, and I think it's because it's my environment, I actually haven't been as me as I used to be. And I know, like, sometimes when I'm talking and I've been told, like, you're aggressive, and I'm like, what do you mean I'm aggressive? Where I'm from, everybody's like this, so you don't even want to step in the neighborhoods I've been in. And so then I do notice that, and some of it's positive, where people will want to come be around me because of the way I am, but some of it is, I can see people kind of retract a little or contract a little bit when the way that I'm acting or the way that I am.
I don't agree that you're aggressive, dude. I actually think that you create a level of intensity. It's intensity, but here's the thing. A person who is cut off from their lower chakras.
Yeah.
A person who's unanchored.
Yeah.
A person who's experienced some type of abuse that came from also yelling or maybe unguarded intensity.
Yeah.
Could misinterpret just pure intensity coming from passion.
Yeah.
Because you do talk, you do get amped up, but I match you.
Yeah, yeah, and I like that.
I was raised by a Marine.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
There's someone out there. That's it. You got two toxic.
Toxic men right there.
That's why they're
turn this off.
And Nicole, when I first started dating her, and she spent more. She still does because of the co-parent dynamic that she has. So she spends more time with our family without her son. She had like a 50-50 arrangement where it's like 85-15. Yeah. Max was with me 85% of the time.
Yeah.
So she would hear how I would talk to Max sometimes.
Yeah.
And she would always say, "Oh my God, my son would cry."
Yeah.
He wouldn't understand how to handle that.
Yeah.
He would go into, like, I don't know, self-loathing or whatever.
Yeah.
To even she would say like I wish my son can be more confident like that. To where now it's different. Yeah. Now she sees it because Max is, well, you and I have been doing this conversation. Yeah. He's been in a house. Yeah. You know, for a while. He's not gaming or anything. Yeah. He's actually editing.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's actually editing. Cool. Yeah, he's editing something. So that's,
but he's able to handle himself. Like, he's not like needing to be on you in order to be able to.
No, not at all. Like it's like she sees it, like how he's also very, well, here's the thing, like, well, you like Bill Burr and I do too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Yeah. And you know, he put that movie out on Netflix 3 years ago, and it's Old
Parenting ones. Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah.
What's interesting about that is because you know, I used to live in those areas, and it's very vanilla like that. Yeah. To even the woman who got arrested, she portrayed like a snooty Brentwood woman. Yeah. It was so good because I lived there. Yeah. And like, he goes for it. He shares. He does have thoughts that I have had because we're close in age. He's just a little bit older than me. He's 56, but I turned 56. Yeah. And so I get everything he shares. You know what I mean? I want to be a more integrated version of him. I think by far I'm already am.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
However,
because he's just getting there.
He's just starting to enter therapy. Yeah. But that intensity, my son, when he has watched movies he likes, like Family Guy, it's a New Yorker, it's someone from back east, he gravitates towards Vince Vaughn. Yeah. It's usually guys who are sarcastic, who are confident, have a New York vibe. Yeah. And it wasn't like I said, you must like this.
No.
He got it from me. I got it from my father, who's from New York. Yeah. Okay. My older brother, who was born in, I don't know if for sure. I know that he spent a lot of time in Brooklyn. I should ask him. Not totally sure if he's born in New York. Also, he said, you act like someone from Brooklyn or from the Bronx. Okay. Yeah. And so I'm much different than the people here. Yeah. Here's an interesting thing. At this moment, the class in which my girlfriend was in, the parents that she was surrounded by, many of them were from back east.
Oh, really?
And she said it was a different experience where the kids had more manners. Yeah. They seemed a little bit more confident.
Yeah. Not entitled, right?
Yeah. She said it was a different experience. Yeah. And so I haven't, even here, I've gravitated towards people from the Midwest. Yeah. Or from back east, or where they teach manners. Yeah. Where even they raising their voice or being firm is welcome. It's warranted. And therefore, like, they don't experience me as being out there and strange or something.
It's normal because kids in and of themselves, they're so into their own thing that sometimes what I've realized is when you got to be like, hey, even just to get them to snap out of whatever is going on, just to get their attention, really. Yeah. Sometimes it's like that. Yeah. And so then it's not like I don't know. And it's different because my daughter's super sweet. And sometimes I'll be like, hey, Aspen. And she'll be like, okay, daddy. And not in a, because she knows what she's doing. And it's amazing to watch. in her eyes and to watch the change when it happens, because then she's loving and you know what I mean? It's crazy. She's not angry and upset. Sometimes she is because she's a Cancer, but she becomes more loving sometimes when I'm more stern.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, my son is also, his sun sign is Cancer, his rising is Leo.
Oh, there you go.
The reason why I was laughing is because he and I were taking a nice, peaceful walk, and I shared with him because he's like a tail end of a cold. He's much better, and he didn't bring tissues with him.
Yeah.
And he did it. I have it on video, and I don't, whether or not he's going to show this on his channel or not, I might do this video would go viral.
Yeah.
He does a snot rocket.
Yeah.
And it's hanging.
Oh no! It would go viral too.
I'll show it to you.
Oh yeah.
And it's hanging,
yeah.
and I'm laughing, but he's coming back after me.
Yeah.
Like chasing me with it.
Oh
and
yeah.
He grabs a leaf, and he wipes it off. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the video stops, I said, "Dude."
Yeah.
I said, like, bring a tissue. Like, I go, this stop. I go, it's a snot rocket going rogue.
Yeah.
I go,
yeah.
but I said it in a voice that was very firm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also
yeah.
before that, just laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Max and I communicate that way all the time. He does not get his feelings hurt. He can handle stuff. And he would not have been able to handle the experiences he had at school.
Yeah.
You know?
If it wasn't for that.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah. He was able to step outside of it, out of that hurricane and what the other kids were going through.
Yeah. Because they know how to be solid within what's going on in the environment. Because I think that's what it teaches, it teaches them to be solid within themselves, even though there's stuff going on around.
Well, I don't know if we shared it in one of the videos, but I'm going to share it here. And that is, well, he likes Dave Chappelle also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
And he was told not to ever try to tell a Dave Chappelle joke, particularly because of the color of his skin.
Yeah.
It's really weird nuance that Bill Burr can do that, but he's married to a black woman.
Yeah.
And
I think they should be able to do it anyway.
Well, let's just say that he botched it.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what he said, but the fact that he was saying something, a kid who's sheltered here, didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Shares it with another kid.
Yeah.
And then it gets shared to a teacher's assistant.
Yeah.
She creates a narrative that it was something potentially harmful or racist.
Wow.
And that escalated to something that lasted a month and a half to 2 months, to where Max's best friend was keeping his distance because of what was shared with him. To where I didn't get called in. They didn't tell me anything about it until almost a month into it.
No.
To a point where he's getting pressured to where they put words into his mouth. Yeah. We're talking about adults.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Then it was more them trying to we got to make sure we protect these kids as if it was like a 1960s civil rights situation.
They're overdoing it.
Oh my God.
They're overdoing it, making it worse than.
Yeah. And this is not saying there's not racism, but we are in what's like 90%
sensitive,
90% white here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know what's weird that I thought about when I moved here? What was very interesting was actually off-putting is that you go into Target and you see these billboards and it has all these people of color as the models. And I'm like, this is an all-white society. There's only like a few of us here. How is it that you have all these marketing, material and it's all people of color? And there's not even that many of us here. So to me, I found that very odd and very strange. Like it's almost placating this whole, we want to be inclusive, but that's really, you're kind of making me feel uncomfortable because I'm not even represented this way in this society.
I'm so happy you shared that. It's interesting. I had a friend visit last weekend and he made a joke about it. And I would say he's more on the liberal side. Yeah. And he was joking with his girlfriend who used to live here 30 years ago that he was shocked by how many BLM signs were out.
Yeah, isn't it wild?
Yeah. He's like, I didn't see one person of color or anything.
Yeah,
he's
but like, everybody wants them to know.
Yeah.
Like, what are you telling?
Yeah. So, but in that, they called in someone from the college to do this called restorative process.
Yeah.
They brought in 3 kids of color who were actually the people my son hangs out with. Yeah. His brother is half black.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I even shared that information. I go, I don't know where you're going. Are you aware that we're a blended family?
Yeah, yeah.
And his brother even had a talk with him about this.
Yeah.
But you want to turn this into a big deal. So they had those 3 boys plus my son.
That's so wild.
Plus the principal, plus the professional. Who was black.
Yeah.
I would say almost like ganged up on my son.
Yeah.
And the thing was that all the boys felt awkward. Like, why is this happening?
Yeah. 100%.
And they even asked this question. I swear to God, this happened. Do you still want to be friends with Max?
Oh, wow.
They asked that question.
Wow.
Because they want to give those boys the permission to not be friends with him.
That's so fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
That's really fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my son, it'll sound like he's a victim to say he endured that.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, he endured that like a champ.
Yeah.
And he learned his lesson. In this next year, I didn't get one email from him chewing gum to anything. Like it was a smooth, like he recognized,
they're tripping.
Yeah. He meaning that, like, while we didn't like what happened, his mother and I were like shocked. Like, she was pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, even his brother who's half black wanted to say something.
Yeah.
But we went, he's having to learn how to read the room.
Yeah.
And learn, where he might be received and not. And after that, he kind of this year, he pulled it back.
Yeah.
So you've asked me, are you ready to move? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. To be well received, because it's not when we go to LA, we go anywhere else.
Yeah.
But in this little bubble, everywhere else he's well received. And here's the interesting thing: when he was going to school here, he would say things that were over the other kids' heads.
Yeah.
There's like little nuances to it.
Yeah.
And his teacher would laugh at him. To even sometimes when he got in trouble the year before, they would read what he said. They would bust up the actual adult or teacher.
Yeah, because they got it.
They got it. But they said, but here,
it's beyond.
You can't be yourself, basically.
Yeah. You got to play small.
Yeah.
Play small. No.
Yeah.
It's time to move if your kid got to play small,
I want to also say to you, dude, like I commend you because you're still going to be living here after I leave.
Yeah, but that might be limited too. Like we're making plans, but but go ahead,
But yeah, like it's I appreciate your bravery and how vocal you are,
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Tracks like, man, conscious of kind.
It's been a good conversation.
Yeah, I like this. I really do. Hey, one of the biggest things I want you guys to realize with this conversation is don't be afraid to have these conversations and speak what you need to speak, and that whole being shunned and shut down and people trying to shush you because you have your own thinking and your own thoughts. That's nothing that we support or command or nothing like that. We are all about you being you and saying what you need to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
This has been an awesome conversation.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, wait, we forgot.
Oh, yeah. Let's do this. Yeah.
Finally, we keep talking about my book.
I know, the book. Yes, and make sure that you check out Ray's information. Check out his book. Man, go on his Facebook. He has so much content out there that you could benefit from. Make sure you do that. All the information, as usual, is down in the comments.
Well, dude, that might change a little bit because I actually might get a life where I'm going to be moving to.
Oh,
meaning that I told you that I appreciate real interactions. I noticed that too, that I probably am more on social media.
Yeah.
Because I haven't met dudes like you.
Yeah. I was going to say.
You will not be replaced, though.
No, thank you. Because that would hurt my feelings. I was going to ask you, because we've been doing this, are you going to do a podcast? Should we say that?
Yeah. Well, it'll just be on. We'll continue to do it via Zoom.
Yeah, but I'm saying, are you going to do one?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know you've been playing with the idea. So if we need to bust it out and let people know and get prepared.
Give it a little time, but I'm definitely going to set up a studio again like this.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up. Yeah, this is like, it's soundproof and stuff like that, and I just never did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you should. I think you should have conversation. I'm sure there's some people out east that would be awesome to have in a room with.
Here's the interesting thing. The reason why I'll take responsibility, why I didn't do it, is I got caught up in the storm. I got stormed with the issues my son was having in school.
Yeah.
I got caught up with these things
Yeah.
that I lost my purpose,
Yeah.
or I allowed it to somewhat make me be afraid, or I don't know. But I'm
that's
now,
wild.
yeah.
That's wild. That's a lot of vulnerability right there. Right? All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate you doing that, and stay tuned for more.